Welcome to Meet the Amazon Leader, a series where we speak with top executives at Amazon to learn about their path, passion, and perspectives. My name's Liv, and today we're joined by Sandy Gordon, our Vice President of Global Operations, Employee Experience, and Relations for Amazon. Sandy, thank you so much for being with us today.
Hi, Liv, and it's such a pleasure to be here. And thank you for that wonderful introduction. I'm excited about our conversation.
Well, the team is going to be really excited to get to know you. Okay. So tell us a little bit about who Sandy is.
Now, Liv, I think my story is not much different from a lot of people. I am truly a product of my parents' influence and their molding of their values on me, with me. That includes my parents as well as other influential adults in my upbringing. I have a love for learning and a deep appreciation for education, and I know that that is directly attributed to both of my parents, who are first-generation college graduates who then went on to secure advanced degrees, my father-in-law, my mother in early childhood education. And so there was definitely an expectation that we would love to learn and that we would absolutely pursue higher education. One of the other things I think that might be interesting to know about me is that my parents relocated to Atlanta, Georgia after my father retired from the military. And in that, without a lot of family close by, they found the need to build a community around them, a community that provided support, safety, friendship. And in that community came from neighbors, from church relationships, as well as even some of my parents' colleagues. And that, in that moment, I learned to really appreciate the help of others, to give help to others, to care what was happening in my community around me. And that's really a stronghold for me today. I am the middle of three girls. And there's this saying about the middle child that you always have to find a way to be seen and to be heard. And let my sisters tell it, I am a perfect example of that middle child. I don't think of it like that. I actually think that all of that went on in our formative years was actually in part developing me for adulthood and for my professional career. I am a determined leader. I am competitive in a fun way. I absolutely like to solve problems. I'm a problem solver. And those are the things that I think I learned and developed as I was growing up. And so that kind of gives you a little bit about me and where I came from and how I think of it today.
Right, and how those skills and passions translate to what you do today.
Exactly.
Incredible. So tell me a little bit about your experience at the university.
Yeah, so Atlanta, I grew up in Atlanta, which has many really competitive colleges and universities. And as I said earlier, my parents were very insistent we're going to get a higher degree. And so with that, there was only one stipulation associated with the college choice, and that was that it couldn't be in Atlanta. I'm actually very happy that that stipulation was in place. I went to Hampton University in Hampton, Virginia. It was close enough to Atlanta to make me still feel safe, but far enough for me to find my independence. And Hampton, we have kind of a tagline, home by the sea. It sits off the Chesapeake Bay. It's a beautiful grounds. But more importantly, it was like our home, and it really was like an extension of my family. Made lots of great friends, built deep relationships there, many that are still intact today and even deeper than they were then. And Hampton continued to build on the foundation that my family and my extended family back in Atlanta had created. And in my time at Hampton, there was an expectation among the friends that we were going to succeed, that we were going to do well, and that we were going to take full advantage of the time and the learnings and the opportunities we received at Hampton. We would often find ourselves saying to each other, "Don't embarrass me," and we say that to each other now. And so that time away at the university was really important. It also, I will share this, it also shared for me, or brought to my attention, that I had a unique experience in growing up in Atlanta. Atlanta, a southern city, home of the civil rights, the birthplace of the civil rights movement. It was not uncommon for me to see the mayor of the city be a Black person, or for the chief of police, my doctor, my dentist, all be people of color. And so when I went to Hampton and was exposed to people from other parts of our nation and learned that that was not their experience, I realized just how uniquely special that was for me, because it had allowed me to grow up in an environment where I didn't see limitations to my abilities. It allowed me to dream. And in that space, I am forever grateful, because I know that as I progressed into my professional career, I took that understanding of my upbringing and the high achievements I set for myself. I took that, I partnered it with the confidence I grew at Hampton, to even accompany me when I'm sitting in the boardroom, and sometimes I'm the only one in the boardroom, be that from a female executive or a person of color. That confidence that I know I am deserving of this space, and that I can absolutely conduct myself with the best of individuals in that space is really important, and I think I attribute that to my upbringing as well.
You are the Vice President of Global Operations for Employee Experience and Relations. So tell me a little bit about what that means.
When you say it like that, I get a little nervous, but I do feel it is truly a privilege to be able to work alongside the team in the Employee Experience and Relations organization. Look, this is a passion for me, to have the ability to influence and help shape the employee experience for 1.5 million people. That is a big deal, and it's a huge responsibility that I take very seriously. I started my career on the front line, and so it is. I remember how special that time was for me. I also understand what I expected as an employee in those roles. And I take that with me in the job that I do today, working in partnership with our ops team members, our PXT, our People Experience Technology team members, to identify policies and processes that will help our employees to ensure that we are providing them with the necessary tools to do the job, to deliver for our customers in the phenomenal way that they already do, for creating an environment that allows them to succeed in whatever way they have chosen here at Amazon, be that advancing their career, be that in learning new skills, be it in doing the job well and delivering for our customers. I want to ensure that we're creating that space that makes them proud to be an Amazonian.
Incredible. With that being said, tell me how your team drives safety within the workplace.
Creating a culture of safety is a priority for us here at Amazon. Since 2019, we have invested more than $1.5 billion into this space of safety. And in 2024 alone, we've committed $750 million towards creating a safe workspace with emphasis on ergonomics and creating opportunities to reduce repetitive motions or strenuous tasks for our people. Having employees know that, or come to work with the confidence that they're going to be able to go home in the same way that they came, is important. And that starts with building an environment that empowers our employees to raise any safety concerns without the fear of repercussions, having leaders that model the safety behaviors that we think are most important, and for those leaders to drive a sense of accountability in their sites that we are going to be a safe environment for our people. There is nothing more important than having a safe workspace. And for Amazon, it's not okay just to be good in this space. We want to lead in this space of safety.
Yes. Well said. And thank you so much for your passion centered around safety.
Absolutely. It's very true.
Absolutely. So how do you leverage technology in this role, right, in comparison to previous roles and careers that you've had?
Yeah. Let me start with one of the most fascinating things about this role and where I am is just in the title. So the Global Operations, Employee Experience and Relations organization sits within our PXT organization. And our PXT is the People Experience and Technology. Outside of Amazon, that might be HR. But the People Experience and Technology, I love the name of that because it truly captures and embodies what we are here to do. We are passionate about our people and the people experience and creating an optimal Amazonian experience for our employees. And we're able to do that through with technology as a true differentiator for us, right? Because it allows us to scale. But in addition to allowing us to scale, this technology allows us to simplify those transactional activities that in other places a human may have to do. We're able to use our technology to provide that. So it absolutely makes it easier, frictionless for our employees to do those kind of simple tasks of time off or questions about other kinds of paperwork or benefits, et cetera. And that allows us to then reposition our HR teammates, our PXT teammates, to provide those engagement and interactions that are much more value for the employees. Those things that require that human interaction, that sense of empathy, that thoughtfulness, that complex situation that you're dealing with in that moment. I see you, I hear you, I'm here.
Yes.
I'd much rather have our PXT team members doing that than some of the other transactional work, and we have technology that allows us to do it. So I think that's the game changer for us, And technology is not new to us. Technology is throughout everything at Amazon. AI. For Amazon, we've been using AI for 25 years. So this is not new to us, and being able to lean into this and find those ways to advance our business, improve our experience, our interaction with our people through leveraging this technology, it's what we do well.
Yeah, absolutely. So Sandy, with all of that said, what advice do you have for our future leaders of tomorrow?
I think for our future leaders, one of the biggest things is this: you have to have a love for learning and continuously learning, right? And you have to lean in to the unknown. You've got to think about what might be coming, and be okay to receive that and figure out then how to grow with it, right? I think that's a really important skill. I also think that leaders of the future need to learn how to balance diving deep with thinking big. And those are two of our leadership principles that quite often can be in conflict with each other or have some friction. But I think that that's an appropriate friction. And that is, to think big is important to big leaders, and the ability to look around corners and think about what activities or what new innovations may be on the horizon, and how do you advance with that, setting the mission, setting the vision. But then the ability to dive deep is really important too, because it allows you to focus on the nuance, the details. It allows you to identify those things that may be barriers to a successful vision or mission. And it allows you to think about those things. And when you do that, you are able to make far better big scale decisions when you have that ability to kind of go deep where you need to and then come back up to the big thinking. And so I would say, if I had to offer them anything, that's a really important part of being a leader now and going forward. It's one of the things that I continue in all of my time being a leader. I continue to work on this balance between diving deep and thinking big.
Incredible. All right, before I let you go, I do have some rapid fire questions that I want to ask you.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
Okay, staycation or vacation?
Vacation.
Beach or the woods?
You can just save it at beach. It's beach, it's beach.
Red wine or white wine?
Oh, that's a good one. Red.
What is your guilty pleasure?
Wordle. And if you don't know what that is, it's the New York Times word game. It's quick, simple, I can do that every day. And I do it with my sister and my daughter.
Oh,
and
I
so
love
it's our way to
that.
stay connected. That's the first thing I do when I wake up in the morning.
Nice. Very cool. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time, Sandy. It was absolutely a pleasure getting to know you, and we are very lucky to have you within our organization.
Liv, thank you for taking the time today to be with me, and I appreciate you allowing me to tell my story.